to mix up with the advert now. I'm going to take you to Bali right now. Don't say I'm not generous. Let's welcome on the line, all the way from Bali, Zoe Watson. Zoe, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you, Lucy. Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
Look, you're
going to be back home.
Yeah, exactly. You are, of course, an expat, and you're going to make us feel extremely envious right now because you're living in Bali.
Yes, it's beautiful. Beautiful and warm all year round. That's the main thing for me.
How nice. Chasing the sun. I do agree with that. What was the reason behind the change?
I basically came up with a really good business idea that I just felt compelled to come over and do over here, called Bliss Sanctuary for Women, where I've opened up a sanctuary for women who are travelling on their own, and it involves everything that they could need to do on their holiday. Everything's all here. I just felt that it was a real need. And then on a personal level, I just needed a break from the whole working in media thing and marketing and just working hard every day and needing a bit of a break to do something different and a bit more creative.
So you've hit on an issue that's really big, and particularly in our listener group as well. We have a lot of singles and a lot of single women or who are just thinking, or they don't have to be singles, do they? Just women who are wanting to travel on their own but feeling a little bit reluctant to for whatever reason because of the perceived barriers out there, but are really wanting that time out and to have a bit of a recharge.
Yeah, and there's really, when I was doing the research for it, there's nothing else like this. There's a lot of retreats and that sort of thing around, but they're often really quite hard work. They're not all that nurturing necessarily.
No, it's like get up at 6 a.m. for yoga.
Weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for a run or something. It's pretty crazy. And
eat like a rabbit for a week.
Exactly. You need to get home and rest and relax after your retreat. But the main thing is, that's our perception of self-nurturing, is actually putting ourselves through a bit of hardship, whereas it's not actually the case, and we need to take time out and honour ourselves in every single way and do what we need. And the funniest thing actually about opening this and meeting so many different women is that they've ended up doing completely different things to what they thought they would do when they first got here. But of course, they've got the freedom to do that, so it works out perfectly.
So, Zoe, tell me about some of the women that you have met, and has the concept been successful? Has it been well received by women across the country?
Yeah, it's actually really blown me away. We only opened the 1st of May, and we have been like 98% full since June.
Wow.
Which is just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm only really promoting to Australia at the moment because we're a quite small boutique villa accommodation as opposed to like a large hotel kind of thing, because it's all about that personal approach. And I really thought that most of the women that would come would be kind of between the ages of, mid-30s to mid-50s, and we have had everyone from 21-year-olds up to mid-60s, and it's been an even spread, so it's actually been quite amazing.
And so are a lot of these women single, or are they mothers? Are they corporates being caught in the rat race? What's the deal? Like, where are these girls coming from, and why are they needing a break? Well, really silly question. Why are they not needing a break would probably be a shorter answer. But talk to me about some of the different women that are taking up the experience.
They are all of the above, everything that you've just mentioned. And it's really an even spread. Like, we've had mothers and daughters that have come and stayed together, so that's a mother and grandmother all in one. We've had probably mainly mothers. We've had quite a few single girls as well in their 20s and in their 30s. We've had people that are going through separations and breakups that needed to come and have some time out. We've had quite a few professional people who have come that have just been a little bit burnt out. We've had women who are a little bit older who have got more freedom to travel but aren't necessarily or don't necessarily feel like they can do it on their own without having somebody there as a backup kind of thing. So, and we've had people that are first-time overseas travellers, so our concept really helped with that and kind of getting over their fears of travelling, and also the fears of Bali. I think there's been a few things in the news lately which kind of paints a very different picture to what it's actually like over here. So the fact that they can relate to me personally and speak to me and ask me questions is really helpful in getting them over here and feeling supported.
Zoe Watson is my guest all the way from Bali. She is the founder of Bliss Sanctuary. What would a typical Bliss experience be like, or is there no typical experience?
Well, it's really based on every single person that comes here and what they need to get out of the experience, and they all do get what they need, which is quite amazing. But what we supply is they have all meals, and they're cooked Balinese style by our local cook here, Alit. We have an hour and a half of massage every day. We have a personal driver, so they don't have to worry about getting lost or how they're going to find their way to and from the villa, because we're in Canggu, which is a little bit off the main strip, but close to the beach and amongst rice paddies, which is just beautiful, but still only 10 minutes from shopping. So we've tried to think of everything that helps women feel completely supported. You don't need to leave the villa if you don't want to, and I've had people that have spent 2 weeks here and hardly left the villa and absolutely loved it. And then we've had a lot of people that have wanted to go and do bits and pieces, and I organise all of that for them, so that anything that they want to do is all catered for. And one of the biggest things that really astounded me initially was the fact that it takes the decision-making out of travelling. It allows this huge freedom to just relax, and it's been quite amazing.
Sounds like total heaven. Millie and I are sort of throwing our heads back in here thinking, take me away. How many people does the resort cater for at any one time?
It's only a handful of women at any one time. So we have a hostess who has been myself up until now, who actually lives at the villa. So we're always here on hand. And then we've got another 3 bedrooms, and we can hold up to 5 other women. So it's a really personal, unique experience that we provide.
And I would guess that some quite unique friendships are forged in that time as well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Between myself and the guests, and also the guests and each other.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of them that still keep in touch, which is really lovely.
So great. So if people are interested, and I know a lot of women out there listening would be thinking, that's exactly what I need right now, how do they go about making the inquiries and going ahead and booking?
Well, it's all through blisssanctuaryforwomen.com.
Yeah.
Bit of a mouthful, but it explains everything we do all in one. And then they can just email, and I'll get back to them pretty much straight away, and we'll send all the information. The website is very informative. I've done it that way so that people aren't having to have a lot of guesswork. We're very open and just honest about everything. Yeah, exactly.
That's brilliant.
That's important, I think.
So it's blisssanctuaryforwomen.com, www.blisssanctuaryforwomen.com. It caters for girls from any age, basically, any background, any situation, and the common denominator between all those women that take up the Bliss experience would be that they just need to take a bit of time out, make themselves a priority for a while and recharge.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Hit the nail on the head.
And the stays, do they vary? Can you just choose how long you stay for?
Yeah, we generally have a package for 5 to 7 days.
Yeah.
If you stay 7 days, you essentially get 2 days free. But we have people staying 10 days, 2 weeks, and I've just even had an inquiry today for a month.
Wow.
So, you can choose whenever. It's not certain dates. You just inquire as to when you'd like to come, and we'll try and fit you in whenever that is and around your flights. And, we'll take it from there.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Zoe. It just sounds like something that so many women out there listening would be interested in. And so we will certainly guide them towards your website, www.blisssanctuaryforwomen.com.
Thanks, Lucy. Appreciate it.
Take
Have
care.
to have you here one day.
Oh, I know. Well, look, I'm completely envious out there right now, and I'd like to be there yesterday.
Yeah, anytime.
Thanks, Zoe. You take care. We'll chat again.
Thank you. Bye.
8223 is the number. We are interactive. Didn't that sound like a little slice of heaven? Mil, I can think of so many women, including myself, that would be absolutely perfect for. How nice. Just to make yourself number one, just for 5 nights even.